Hello to all you insomniacs and music lovers, and welcome to Nunican Nighttime Radio. The last time we did this, it was the 24-hour stream, the first and as of now the only 24-hour stream. But tonight, for a very special celebration, we're doing Nunican Nighttime Radio entirely separate from the 24-hour stream. Channel 9 actually gave me the idea to do one of these after I already edited the anniversary video, so I was like, shoot, I just gotta do that now. It's gonna be a pretty self-indulgent night, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be all Nunican music because we're celebrating the anniversary of Input Entropy. We're going to be listening to the entirety of Input Entropy as well as the few bonus tracks that I released. And towards the end, I may even sprinkle in a couple tracks that were never released in any form before. So stay tuned for that. So without further ado, let's begin with Know My Name.
Nothing for me here, my time is running out, my dear. Come and look at what I made. They all know my name.
Yo, this the shit that can't be captured in a caption, a hashtag. Just hope I never crash into the chasm of the cash grab. Flashback to the simpler days when he was living off a brisk and a minimum wage. Sure, it was prison, more akin to a cage within a system contained, but saw the light through the prism of rain. There's something to be said about a structure and a balance. Though control can be exciting, it can also be a challenge. Existence is a drag, have to add your own laugh track. Depression is a bad friend, conjuring a last laugh. Phantom of his past stab backs and failures, trying to trade a half-dead patch of grass for azaleas. A zillion ragtag synapses, grasp at straws, can only guess when the axe will fall. It's half past high noon, find a mirror to lie to, find an ear to cry to, gearing up a typhoon. Play the victim card, the system's hard, this the damn epiphany. The epitome of prima donnas pissed off at the industry. The kids just assist, been dished by the symphony. Fishing for assistance, but he real in reality. Appeal and mentality, pity and shame. The walk of fame's a non-Euclidean plane. It's insane, it's a chain. Keep thinking maybe be the one that breaks it. Walks right up to the gold and takes it. One life, this my one chance to get this right then, alright then. Even if it spirals, at least I tried it. So with every waking breath, every sleepless night grinding, fuck a slow death, I'ma live or die trying.
There is nothing for me here. My time is running out, my dear. Come and look at what I made. They won't know my name.
Dip my toes in the slow depression tide pool. Now I wear a crown on a constant downward spiral. Or maybe more analogous to climbing Escher's staircase. A Sisyphus defiantly arising to his rare fate. Ascending or descending, that depends on your perspective. It doesn't make the ending any less like you expected. Here's 100 pennies, your time up here is rented. Now take your dollar in a dream and go out there and spend it.
That was Know My Name by yours truly, Nunican. And I honestly think this is one of my favorites on the album, not only because Batya Bell is on it and she always does so well on the choruses, but also I'm very proud of the lyrics in this one. I feel like it covers a lot of ground, but it really encapsulates kind of my mental journey of trying to be an artist in this current age where it seems like that's what everyone wants to do. Everyone wants to make it big on YouTube or some other social media platform. And the internet is so saturated in content to where it can feel like you may never break through and actually reach people. And I think the song is really me grappling with the fact that I might be kind of a prima donna or kind of like someone who does not have the skills or necessarily what it takes to make it in the industry or doesn't stand out enough to be discovered by people. But by the end, I kind of decide, regardless of whether or not I make it, it's important to me to try, because that feels like my purpose is to create things regardless of recognition or monetary compensation. I won't end up going this deep with all of the songs. I just had a lot to say about this particular one. So without further ado, it's the next song, Capital.
Yo, check. I don't know what fucking take this is, but we're doing it again. They say money moves everything around me, or maybe for you, but it's not for me. And if things really were that way, bet your ass that I'm gonna get paid. Hey, yo, check. Yo, and in case you a newbie, I see through puppets, y'all look like Ubi. Expose fakes with a gang like a middle name Doobie. Bitch, you take breaks when I break, sue me. Combing tones over with a dope quote quarter. I'm a broke bloke hoping for a well-spoke eulogy. On these beats, my brain keeps the zombies well served. They call me a beast cause I'm after the bell curve. But not truly, about as dumb as Chevin in a black and white movie. Dude is too cool to view me, I'm too goofy. But when it comes to dope lines to outrhyme these goonies, there's never a shortage. My enemies calling, my weapons supported, my places distorted. I cannot be thwarted, can stop this rapture. So any of my sight, boss get captured. This shit slapped like a mad broad brain of a rap god trapped in a dad box. Money moves everything around me, or maybe for you, but it's not for me. And if things really were that way, bet your ass that I'm gonna get paid. Fake 13 tapes for the kill me. It's all good if the people feel me. And if they increase the hate, it would still be just as good and twice as thrilling. Working all night's fine, man, I never slept anyway. Hearing is the hottest in the hemisphere since Hemingway. This is a style you can't emulate. Anyway, see, I said I'd go green like Earth Day. Sure enough, green like the queen on her birthday. Bird up, Mas Verde, cop the slot every day. It's not as though we're all gonna die someday. Wait, okay, but it's you, but not me. I'ma live on till my spawn and use some money. That outlook's funny. I'd rather be a bum than a slave and a dummy. At least I can say that I do what I want, even if what I want ain't a crew and a lot. See, I've never been the type to really buy into the hype. It's fine, you're right, I'm blind. It's like this is cause I don't like your high price. Midlife crisis like just why not ride the bike and try your diet? Crikey, Jiminy Crickets. Invited by the time, can I get some free tickets? No. Spit flow endless like broken spigots. Get critics in the ocean. Oh shit, finish.
That was Capital, and you're listening to Nunican Nighttime Radio. That specific song, I think, was partially an excuse to do some of those kind of classic rap braggadocio-fueled lines, but also is just kind of my philosophy on money, which I can say maybe is partially changed now that money is so linked to time for me. Having a 9-to-5 job while also pursuing tons of creative projects has made me kind of feel like money would be pretty nice. But then again, the topic of the song is not that money is bad. It is more that it is less important to me than the art, which is still true. That being said, if you want to support the art, you can head on over to patreon.com/NunicanTV and help me out a little bit, and I'll promise to make even more stuff. And now for Rest in Peace, Zaboomafoo.
Picture this in a Nunican household, no TV, just tumbleweed and cow skulls. High noon brought no cartoons, just cardboard food in a mardboard mood. Just as the on crescendo, mom says it's Exodus Purgatory Meadow. Clear Legos off the kitchen table, we head into the land of TV and Nintendo. Let's go, let's get Wesco, don't want on the road, Los Sodas a la mode. The Clan Ooze family drama, that's a brutal truth, good news is Omega, they're in town for the Boomafoo. Leaping lemurs, geese and zebras, any other types of intriguing creatures. A good place to stay as the freight boil over. And if they insist to change the station to Oprah, oh well. Go downstairs for some Smash Bros. Test level action impaired cause the band broke. Get bitch slapped to the pit and smash. Let's check back with a backpack and cracks.
I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the life and death of Jovian, the lemur, that played Zaboomafoo in the short-lived PBS show. Let's take a moment of silence. That was R.I.P. Zaboomafoo, and let's just take another second just to remember Jovian the lemur. I think the main reason I made this song was to do something kind of from the perspective of myself as a child. I think my home situation ended up being a little bit turbulent at times, and as a kid, we would be sometimes sent to our grandparents' house, and that's kind of what the song's about, is kind of the innocence and kind of easy escape into media as a kid, as ways of not necessarily dealing with things. And the death of Jovian is kind of like almost symbolic of, not necessarily being able to do that anymore to the same extent. Or kind of in some ways, like the death of childhood or the death of innocence. This song had some pretty fun samples. It had a lot of kind of nostalgic things for me. It had the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64 and that Reese's Puffs commercial rap thing. I sampled that as well. So I definitely wanted to have kind of a nostalgic feel, so took some aspects of that. Next up we have You've Been Talking.
Sir, we seem to have a problem.
What might that be, Private?
We just received transmissions from Nunican ship, and he is, quote, done with our bullshit.
Fuck. Oh, God.
What do you suggest we do, Captain? Captain?
We do all we can do, Private. Pray.
You've been talking way too loud. Yeah, keep my name about your mouth. I've been working night and days, right? Doesn't matter what you say now. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Yo. While these fuckers been talking, I've been getting shit done. Only restriction is the prison of our skin and our guts. Got premonition that my mission gonna be a success. I got blind ambition reaching the brim of my glass splash. A1 hit, wonder what happened, Captain. I think I've upset this rapscallion. I'm not crying, damn it, but this man's got layers. Just for later, whole battalion.
Fuck it, throw the towel in.
You caricate a corner from my favorite port. Aim the course of beef, chief. I need my teeth sinking in a new niche. Peace feast on your rappers, but I still keep hungry. No substance in they verses, might as well eat nothing. Man, I'm unfuckwittable. To enemies' intestines in the undone written spools. You thought that he was kidding fools. He's a dog, and he likes his kibble mixed with gruel. Cannonballs fly like they just fixed a swimming pool.
You've been talking way too loud. Yeah, keep my name about your mouth. I've been working night and days, right? Doesn't matter what you say now.
Your rhymes are fucking hollow and your claims are fucking batshit. But say your bars with joy like the one that choked a fat kid. Grades of a druggie, brains of a math whiz. I plot my lines out, man, I never phonograph in. I turn tables like a Chad flips tires, mate, that's how I tone arms. Push bars like iron weight, scratch that. May I speak off the record? My last tracks may be a bit weak on the effort. The need stays even when he in a bleak state. Release dates when there's poison. Still on the king's play, ayy. When I get heated, get bleed frequent, and folks don't see it. Trying to give my flames the fucking smoke alarm treatment. You can find me in your hood, bumping DS Earae with my squad in broad day, so you can see as clearly. If you don't love me now, man, you'll grow to fear me. Those who run their mouths end up in the lake Erie.
You've been talking way too loud. Yeah, keep my name about your mouth. I've been working night and days, right? Doesn't matter what you say now.
That was You Been Talking. And I gotta say, the music video that ended up releasing for You Been Talking used to have a completely different concept. I wanted to do an entirely kind of craft-based world. Time constraints kind of made me change the style of it a bit into more of kind of a data moshing combination of a ton of random footage that I got. But I think that kind of went with the theme of the album better anyway, because it's kind of about variety and influences and kind of what makes up our lives. So, having all that layered stuff kind of went along with the theme anyway. So I think it turned out just fine. Lots of samples from N64 games, which I had a lot of fun with, because that's the stuff that I grew up with, even though I'm not old enough to where I should have grown up with it. My aunts and uncles would let me use theirs, so most of the games I would play, it's like, Kirby 64, Crystal Shards, Smash Bros 64, a bit of Zelda, Star Fox. So, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, so it's just a lot of that stuff sprinkled in there. It was very fun producing this song. And, not a super serious song, just kind of another one of those excuses to get really layered lyrically and just kind of go off a bit.
It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success.
Yo, listening to Doom, Ace, and Lupe, wondering how the fuck could I do shit in a new way, a new flavor, new taste to rival all of you greats and made me wanna do rap in the first place. First, thanks for what y'all made. I mean, you'll obviously deserve praise. Inspiration turned to envy, just depends on how you word things. But all folks want is just the wordplay. Fake it till you make it and just say that you're the verse king. Bleach in a beer hat, sipping in a minutely. Tear tats appearing every time I even hear a beat. Spear in my back, no need for a sheath. Then multiply bread, make a feast from a wheat thin. Peeps get bloody when they fuck with me, but I don't really start shit though, it's not my thing. But when people in my lane complain and get to heckling, I tend to treat the mics like the brakes. Check it. Looking up to the greats can be some strange shit. Inspiration tainted by the thought you never make it funny. When they were starting out, they probably thought the same shit. So just go out there and make shit. Half heathen, half masochist, I never half master shit. I treat it like a crash test dummy. Crumb hungry cats can catch the sacrilege. Man, this ain't the sacrificial lamb to aid your avarice. It's more money for your Cavendish cash bag. The trash I send my wallet on a hack and slash fast track. Leave me on the road with a bane and a knapsack, asking why the fuck did I want fame that bad. And say you need a label or a contract or a deal, and they acting like it's stable and it's honest and ideal. But no, the truth is they're really wanting you to feel like giving them a cut is what makes your product real. It's a ploy to employ the little misfit toys and turn into LaCroix sipping industry boys. And if you really want to know what you really need to start, just go out there and make good art. Shit's way more simple than you think. If you're like me, you get caught up in this shit. It's really that simple. Have fun with it. Fucking make stuff. It'll surprise you, man.
That was Input.wave, followed by Inspir Envy. And the beat for that song I actually made like way long ago. it's kind of weird listening to it now, because like it was made a little bit after I first started even making beats. The concept of the song is pretty obvious, so I won't really go through that, but there's a message I think that I will be repeating very often, and that is, if you are interested in doing art in any form, just get started and just make it. Don't worry about, it being a career or how you're going to learn how to do things. Just start making it and start absorbing information. It really is never going to happen if you just procrastinate it. So just make art and put it out there and see how things go. It doesn't need to be this big complicated thing. Input.wave was just kind of a furthering of the theme of the album, where it's we are made of our influences in a way. So it was just kind of a ton of voices from a lot of different rappers that I've listened to, and just kind of layered on until their words are unintelligible, which is in a way kind of what I am, is kind of a mixture of these people and much else, a lot of other influences, but that's about it. And now for everyone's favorite song on the album.
Welcome to the Munch Munch remix, non-stop lunch breaks, stuff-faced heathens, crunch bars, whoppers, cupcakes, cheeses, unstopped poppers, full tank of Swedish fish. Other candy rappers top this? Doubtful. Spit Mars bars cause I talk with a mouthful. Does this sound cool? Hungry scoundrels funded by the pop cans, drop near the town hall. MIOR 10 cents, multiply 10 by combined collections. Yo, maybe find a couple on the road, funded by the pop cans safely stowed. Pay back any debts lately owed with a fat stack left to take 3 snacks home. White trash with bin bulbs, glasses, fat ass, grab a mass of crab chips. Come in pieces, but we leave with Reese's Pieces. We the freaks in the previous rejects. Rika Doritos, speaking of cheat codes, restock, reload, eat treats, freeload. Laffy Taffy rappers acting like they spit facts. Your bars Hershey sure seems a bit bland. Don't get shit like a grown man's gift bag. No med kits like crack like a Kit Kat.
On some pizza, eating it. Barbecue pizza, preferably.
I'm at the pizza place, gorgeous. Eyes look like I've seen a gorgon. It's a feat to stay gorgeous. Sport the frame face of a perpetual before pick. Go to Duncan, score a Taurus. Gerber gonna have enough lotus for us as the donuts float us to a higher plane. We hear a glorious chorus that a choir sings. Let me let you in on the finer things. Down a food, lighter fluid, iocane. All goes down in a single globe. All you can eat says to leave. Nah. If you ever in a place near Blightley, look for a place called Pompeii to find me. If you want a slice and I can only dream of, ask for the cheeseburger pizza. Eat up.
Yeah, I be eating pizza all the time. Pepperoni, pineapple, getting that sweetie taste in my mouth. Ooh, those chips, yum. Munch, munch, munch. I be grabbing spicy barbecue and putting it in my mouth, chewing on it cause it has that crunchy flavor. Put a chip on some pizza, eating it. Barbecue pizza, preferably. Yeah.
That was the Munch Munch remix, and it's pretty much just like a celebration of gluttony. That's pretty much all you can call it. I know a lot of people think this song shouldn't have been in the album, and some of the people that I asked about the song, they're like, "Why is this in here?" And the truth is, I just wanted it in there. I thought it was funny, so maybe it could have been released separately, but as a project that's supposed to showcase many of my influences and many aspects of my character, I think a little humor isn't off base. And of course, we have Lil Sly on the track, which confused many people who were expecting maybe a serious feature from a rap artist, and were blown away by Lil Sly's lyrical power, his sheer presence on the track, talking about barbecue pizza. But the truth is, I really like some of the wordplay that I did in this song, so if you don't like it, that's completely up to you, but, I'm proud of it still. But now it's onward and upward to live from typewriter number 1895735. The number means nothing.
Man, how the fuck are you supposed to hate me if you don't even know who the fuck I am yet? Listen, I'll give you something to hate. Unknown origin, grounded, full mask, lonely little creature with a dead fan bone hat. I never finish lines or run on a dope track. Cover up a stone and slide like Donatello, do a stone slab. Hold that thought like a slow dance. Where the fuck my phone at? I gotta close a few Chrome tabs. Oh snap, crash the whole damn program. All's lost with the show hard for no man. Faux fur, foam felt, ping pong optics, chauffeur, owned by the seesaw of toxins. A note to bring my demons where they need to go. But emotions look lost like you trick-or-treating Easter clothes going off like the stove when you're leaving home. Stomach hold a kale leaf, about a dozen peeps in tow. The strange flow may estrange folks are speaking code. Take this shit or leave it, bro. I believe to each his own. Yo.
Yo, I come with jackets full metal, war face crazy, the angry of all fellow. Hello, no I'm a rose with no petals. I'll prick sticking thorns in your side that won't settle for anything that's not what I know to be true. I'm realer than the cameras you chose to see through. Need proof, I'ma go and show how we move. Kids see ghosts cause rappers are see-through. I check, I slice necks while high-tech rappers gather gadgets. I'd rather just have my desk, my pen, my paper, and my best bars, cause they the reason I started, not hijacks. Cause cash ain't what my motive is, that ain't even close to it. I'm always getting hotter, but your guesses are as cold as shit. Freeze your favorite rapper, I'll expose that he is full of shit. Bars down the barrel, send me hit him where his colon is. Bitch, I'm a blazer, my trailer's a pen and paper. I've been in favor of razor blades for the fakers. Shave away these ingrown rappers who wanna take a position in the game in layman terms. Make a mockery of honestly building up a discography and dropping heat. Instead we constantly see demagoguery. Bitch, I got them scared, they run away from my peasants. Cause bitch, I spit more than I am Mike saying S's.
Brought to you by the few I listen to, whether it be rock, doom, or pop food, or where my influences proudly got an ace on my sleeve, like must not sleep. The sundial creeps, next stop greatness, crew gone ape shit. It doesn't even matter if only few gon' play this. I ain't really that enlightened, just a myth monkey typing. Maybe this the mixture that'll really fit your liking. Nice then, if not, it's not my problem. Turn the shit off and go find some new schlock then. Here, how about the flow switch? Show no false religion for your bitches. King takes bishop. Spit 1,000 gallons to the record of my talents. Rip day motherfucker brave enough challenge. You never fall off, kick it with new balance. Live the rules and break your crew's tablets. My hands be too calloused. My brush cut through canvas. I'd march into the palace and cop a band. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's and then cut me in a grand. Yo.
That was live from typewriter 1895735. I think my idea for the song was just kind of this idea of owning your own idiosyncrasies, you know, kind of not giving a fuck what other people think. And I think I got a lot of that kind of inspiration from Aesop Rock, because a lot of his stuff, especially in like Malibu Ken or a lot of his catalog really, he makes a point to celebrate his own weirdness, and I think that's kind of a powerful concept. And the feature with Mo Stoic, he's a great rapper, great writer. Go check him out.
Check the feed of the livestock. One went, we also saw market drop. Blind mice check for Cheeto dust in the carpet. One puff turn a big wig pig to a carcass. It's fine, now we fly in the sky, bringing home the bacon age, greener pastures nigh. Within the paradise, the snake guys emanate. Even split atoms gambling to almost heaven's sake. Revving little engine that couldn't quarrel with his engineer. If goddess is important, you assure him I was never here. Under the gaslight, past the portal to the nether sphere. Whistle blown, gassy sight, cover tracks and disappear. Just a wolf in sheep's clothing on Wall Street, lying through false teeth, the sort of insulting, fabricating poses like the caught doing the wrong thing, with controversy just the way assaulting the raw meat. Attention is the currency currently, relevance fleeting, so perjury certainly couldn't be too bad to be heard of eternally. Just make sure you only feed them murder maternally.
But the English language had deteriorated into a hybrid of hillbilly, valley girl, inner city slang, and various grunts. Joe was able to understand them, but when he spoke in an ordinary voice, he sounded confident.
That was Livestock, and this is an interesting case where not necessarily just the beat, but the entire lyrics and everything, the whole song was released before Input Entropy, but this is actually kind of a remastered version of it, because I still do like the lyrics of it. I honestly don't entirely remember exactly what my concept for the song was, but it's obviously kind of broad societal commentary, and there's kind of too much to unpack there to even really get into right now, so let's just move on to the next one.
Check it. Acting like they Carl Young when they're really just hissing and pulse the tongue. Listen, it's not just that your bars are dumb. You gotta get some more shit up in your arsenal than a half-ass flow about having hoes. Or you pass the days of thinking that was cool. No, guess not. Still get gassed up when the pass out slop. Change the name when the parody dissed them. Acting like a shot just narrowly missed them. And I won't name names, but you might want to shave Willis cocaine stains, mate. Okay, not usually known as squad boy, the quadruped brother. They're around with the squad to stay. But when dudes read truth like elastic band and tend to snap back at them like a flat bill cap. But it really don't matter. I think it's fun to watch the silly ghost chatter. See, hate him. Is this song? We don't listen, we just sing along. We're the best damn fans mumble rap could have. We're the rest like words is like the badass 808s in the place of the craft of rap. The producer, the man to stand now. All the rap you have to do is scat over a loud ass bass to attract the masses. Ass backwards, quit the act, bitch. Turn your trash to ashes, bastards. Whew. As all the artifice of art turns gray and starts to fade, you will not be regarded as an artist, just a harmless phase. The harken back to your garbage as a relic from a darker age. I'll provide your brush with death, you the vessel for my scarlet paint. Turn these roses red to please these drama queens, even if it's dreams of Eden reek of lead poisoning. Burn your chosen men to lead this godforsaken schlock regime. Bleeding on cement is where the hearts of all these stars will beat. Listen, I do this every weekend. Any cretin speaking ends up bleeding in the deep end. I'm a Bond villain, killing all these vaudeville clowns. I'm willing to desist, just keep my name about your mouth. Just kidding. This shit gone too far, I'll take you toe to toe or bar for bar. This done before it even start. Assassination, not a spar that show the fucking world just how tough you are, yeah.
That was Tweedle Twins, or also known as obligatory anti-mumble rap song. I think that ended up being kind of a blown out of proportion trend to just kind of diss on mumble rap all the time. But I guess kind of my point by it is, if you really like the beats and not the lyricism and not the actual rapping, then are you really a fan of the rapper, or are you a fan of the producer of the rap song? It also gave me more of a chance to be kind of aggressive and antagonistic towards the industry, which I guess is something that was fun. This is actually the only track on the album that I was not the producer on, so I was just on rhymes. Next up, it's Kill Time, featuring Batya Bell.
Hammer to the hourglass, stammer through 1,000 raps, power through the sour stench of cowardice around my head, halos and tritons are weighing heavy on my shoulders, sending payloads like viruses, levy taxes on my modem. Should I mull things over, tripping over foliage clovers, throwing mana back to garbage of cups of bleaching forges. Hold up the cup like here's to motivation, to tears and concentration. I fear that mere creation ain't near enough compensation for years of isolation just to kill time. Kill time. Get nauseous like a drink or drip from Flint faucet. Spit nonsense. These thoughts been non-stop since the origin of artists. So if I must be starving, then I'll take your fucking bargain and I'll just keep making garbage just to kill time. Kill time.
Maybe it's the way I don't like what I make. Maybe it's the way that you don't feel the same. Gotta kill time, shoulda killed time, wanna kill time before time kills me tonight.
My sleep paralysis demon sticks around. I let him on my shoulder. He weighs like 60 pounds. Get up and heave the boulder. I rarely leave my house. I'm in a waking coma. I might not make it out. Don't even think I care about sleep anymore. It seems that my Z's and my sheep are at war. Need the 26th, only seeing 24s with an X in each eye. Feeling dead as a door now. Peer into the mirror, see a pale-faced poltergeist stored heaps of torn pieces. Reaching shoulder height, floor creaks when souls creep. In the colder nights, no sleep, no work complete. Slowly reaching towards the light. From my temple to the tapestry, send a tempest to Olympus soon as I grasp the peak. Life's a cycle and though pain can seem quite endless, I'll return to relative content till then I count the seconds.
Maybe it's the way I don't like what I make. Maybe it's the way that you don't feel the same. Gotta kill time, shoulda killed time, wanna kill time before time kills me tonight. Kill time, kill time, kill time. Gotta kill time, shoulda killed time. Kill time.
That was Kill Time, and honestly, it probably could have been a single for the album. It kind of just shows my mental state at certain points, kind of directly after graduating high school, where I had all the time in the world on an average day because I didn't have a job yet, and I was still kind of trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. And I knew that art was going to be part of it, so I made that kind of my purpose. Often I wouldn't meet my own expectations for what I should be completing, and also wrestling with the concept that it's not intrinsically all that important that I do make art. So I am just killing time either way. You know, I'm going to die someday. Why do I feel like I need to hold myself to this high standard of putting out all of this art? Kind of similar to the first song on the album in a way, but going in kind of the darker side of that line of thinking, where you have the contradiction between believing that nothing matters because you're going to die anyway, and then also reconciling the fact that if you don't work on stuff, you're going to feel like shit. All stuff that I sort of struggle with still today in kind of a different way. Meaning is kind of something you need to decide for yourself, I've found. So if art becomes your purpose, then that is enough. It doesn't matter if it's going to change to the fact that one day we all will pass on. It's important to give yourself something to do until that day. And if you find joy in creating things and find a reason to do things, then do it.
Using pain as as a way to crew fans is like trying to fight your demons in a pay-per-view match. Oh well, might as well get $1 off it. Or maybe it's about the pride and less about the profit. Music was a coping mechanism from the get-go, but something starts to shift once you're sending out a signal. Shuffling the chicken scratch into that void, looking for his voice till he loses it in the noise. Underling, pummeling the keys, drumming up the underlying insecurities from his past or his present or a life he's never lived, all to accumulate a sense that he's a shit. He's not. What's worse is after all this he's forgot why he even started, but he's too in it to stop. The endearingly unseen turn increasingly macabre when there's many years lost and the career's not a job.
Pretense, pretty much just a reflection on the weirdness of putting your innermost feelings and thoughts out for everyone to see via music or whatever media you use, and the uncertainty of whether or not you can truly be honest in your expression. Nunican 2 was on the drums for that, digital drums, but drums nonetheless. I'd like to thank him for doing that. I don't know if I ever officially posted that he did the drums for that, but he did. So, Ryan of Nunican 2, thanks for doing that. They turned out real nice. And now for the final song of the album, before we get into some bonuses and extras, it's Crutch.
Bleeding and heartless, sleep in the car, just leave it in park. A king in a carcass, see me afar, just shrieking regardless. Singing the chorus, reading a barless. Demons get harnessed, deep in the pockets, feeding the darkness. Think we're all just brilliant farces, wannabe stars, careening towards coffins. But I never said I deserve better though. The sheer rush from this stuff is incredible, though it seems that its limits are never shown. Austin a message in megaphone, Austin attempted a stethoscope. Artist who can's not a telephone. Art is a minuscule telescope, but if you find something better, man, let me know. Maybe someone he could look up at the stars with, somebody that could tell him that he's somebody regardless of lyrics or appearance or how revered his art is. But it's just another crutch for a carcass. And you can change a crutch to a staff, or a walker to a hover round, and cover ground with that. But you ain't going far as sinking your afflictions. Truthfully, I think we all addicted. Celebrate my life if there was anything to celebrate. I celebrate my death if all I ever brought was pain. Maybe I'll bring joy at last if you dance on my grave. And with my purpose fulfilled, my soul
saved. If all I ever did is put a smile on your face, then my whole life wouldn't be such a waste, and I could finally meet the dark in a loving embrace.
That was Crutch, the last song on Input Entropy, and it's really just about insecurity in a lot of ways, and I think a lot of this album is, if I'm entirely honest with myself. It's about unrequited love in a couple senses. First, in finding a partner that truly understands you, and second, in kind of using art or a search for validation from a larger pool of people in the form of fame or in some way recognition that your art, the result of your emotions and your being, if people like that, then in some ways that validates you. Maybe kind of a downer ending, I don't know. But with that being said, let's look into some of the tracks that didn't make it into the album. I'm actually just going to do these rapid fire because I don't really have much more time to do hosting. I don't even know if I'll be able to get this done tonight anyways, so it might be a day late. We'll see. But all that being said, I'll have to cut off the narration of things now. I hope that insight wasn't too pompous and TMI for people. I just was told that it would be kind of cool to do a little radio thing talking about each song, and so I decided to do it. I hope you enjoyed our time together, and I hope you enjoy these last songs.
Y'all snore on the covers, I forge on the cover of night. I'm in the gutter by the morning light, but still then I pluck a quill pen from my wings. With every bit of my being, use my blood for my ink. Who is the chorus of the fuel that forges night out here licks till I get to the core? It's a lifelong question, who I am, trying to gain some perspective. What's the message? Alone, my thoughts just roaming around. At 1 a.m., even 2 with the crowd. Breath in the air and the snow on the ground. Who I am, thought I knew by now. Wow. Recent crowd treated like a microwave sub by how I cut film, heat up, stir, then recover, and the nourishment it serves is honestly poor. But currently it's all I can afford. Nervously I crawl into the horde. Some see it sprawled into the board. Urge to be all I can and more. Alone, my thoughts was roaming around. At 1 a.m., even 2 Wolfsbane teapot, skull-shaped ink blots. Brain weak thoughts get the sulfate clean wash. I'm out where the null gangs eavesdrop. Beat beats bloody to the peep scream, please stop. Acting slick but they fake like margarine. They farm any charm just to keep it in a jar, man. Use it as a currency. Add a little perjury to all the authenticity is robbed from the vicinity. It's better to be bare bones than spineless. Modesty is fine, and honesty is priceless. So never let the serpents tell you who to trust. Those without the Midas touches speak their minds just as much. More in fact to counteract the out of whack savages. You pose in fancy clothes so you ain't question them as managers. From the grass they reap spoils, sand scales and sling oil. Snakes pray then recoil to get rats in deep soil.
I'm demented, this ain't no maniac in a brain that can't stop moving things. And my mind is amazed, make needle predicting on beats. And I'm moving the beats of my mind has been trained to kill them. I ain't no feelings of pain, and villains just angry, killing the vanquish. I'm sick of the brain, and it's just what it takes to get venomous state. The blood out of my brain, I get to the wishing for. You said from souls to better galactic. It's part of my practice, skill with the axis, skill like an axis of blood spill. And this is a massacre. Havoc, I don't know what happened, I black it now. I can't see what my past is. A rabbit of monster, made up with the rest of Osama, cannibal, Dama, piranha. A million bombers, kamikaze style. Found us all in the fall, I'm gonna swim at the bottom and meet the crocodile. Eating these beats, you can see my teeth will see tomorrow unless if I'm a down.
I'm Brandon now, cattle profit tips for understanding how not to sleep while standing, cows beef for farmers now, the sheep strayed far from God, no sheaky blades and sing along, yeah. Just cheeky blades and sing along, caught up in a convoluted metaphor, or to loot a record store to get some new perspectives in my repertoire. Loops harder than the euthanasia coast, synthesize more beats than the euthanasia sold here. Study dictionary for a studied diction. A not so subtle substitute for purpose and vision, but it's all just worthless, isn't it? When the hearse indifferent to the person in it, listen. When it comes to the pen, I'm deaf, but inept when it comes to the deaf. So if this type of shit turn Turtle Beaches into earmuffs, I hope it's cause it's cold, not because you ain't hear none. Set the stage to arrange for these animalcules exodus and get the soap that lather your two hands with it, rinsing for a cleanliness beyond heaven. Rub the shit together like y'all Leon, lemons full like a neon. Anyway, I see y'all stressing, just try to keep on keeping on and see y'all blessings. Man, I don't much care for the fear profiteers, just to lend them an ear so they'll end their careers. If you try to make me tied to the high-rise cathedral, you get greeted by the bird who's a church, who's a steeple. Welcome to the fortress of a quarantine king. He a renaissance man, part Florence, part machine. The dog days are over, it's the year of the pack rat. Frog's blood pestilence, the rest of it ain't half bad. My hands are adhered to the hazmat. I like to say I'm glad, but I'm fearing the backlash. Yeah.
You should see Santa Fe. Everything's different there. It's all bigger. You know, the desert, and the sky, and the sun.
It's the same sun as here.
Yeah, it just looks different.
I should get ready for work.
Sarah? I'm just not used to having whether I stay or whether I go matter to anybody. Yeah, I'm not saying it should matter to you. I'm just saying. But does it matter?
Alright. In the Nunican studios with Ryan, Nunican 2,
just gonna be looking back on some old Nunican lyrics. A little medley, if you will. It's an end of an era. Kick back, relaxing for the beat of the kick drum. It's got a kick to it, enough heat to keep the lip numb. Make your speech dumber than it was already. Still alive and kicking, get my kicks for my time is ending. Kick the shit off like you stepped in a dog's fecal matter. Rub your feet on the streets for your step to this evil mass. Never kick the habit, can't stop kicking ass. Been advanced for you dripping off wood like tree sap. See the means of a scream, merely parent through proscenium. The free become cogs in the machine of the medium. Proceed with a soliloquy from infancy to kingdom. Come with destiny is set in stone, I'm crossing clues of mediums. Shall we play a game? Here I brought some verbal jigsaw. Best to keep the peace, won't be worth it if it gets lost. Cause then you can't see the big picture. Get some visual aids, draw blood, then sip pictures. Swig the thick mixture. Saying binds, revamp a shit sicker. I just snicker. Speeding up the pass and super fast into a 3-ton weight. We know success can often be unsafe. Does it even exist in the traditional way? Or are we ending up as specks in the digital maze out of a depth? A small fish in a lake with just a little breath left in the oxygen tank. Feeling like we have to flex to gain additional fame. When with the tide it could wax, wane, or wither away. It's evident a culture's in a critical phase where a kid can act like a bitch and get rich off the hate. But where's the sense in being cynical, eh? If you can't beat him, just treat him in a critical way. Total motivation gonna show the nation. Just a flow alone to make it grow a facelift. Rejuvenate with the innate displacement of the human state between a craze and greatness. I bag luggage for the flight we take. And guys said, well, plummet might be mistaken. Insomniac may be a side effect of the fact that I only feel alive when the sky turned black. But besides all that, whatever time I spend, this time I can't buy back. Despise and lie like you can't try that. Y'all flies in the guise of a vampire bat. Admittedly, not the epitome, a prophet of fame still leaves me in all just the same. I don't see race, I see money, and by far, all these mumbles margins what's wider than mine are. And I'm talking about the paper, claiming accolades from backing away from rap that gains lays. And trap just ain't the bad to you, extrapolate the data. Cause the napping on the tracks takes some actual fucking labor. And the afterphrase was lacking ways to rap a phrase much lamer. Yeah, the crabby lacking flavor. But whether we embalmed or just burned to ashes in the palms of the hands of the fans and the masses. But either way that the pendulum swings, just takes a small push to make momentum increase. Alright. Thank you all for listening. This has been an end of an era. Looking forward to what the future will bring. Hope y'all enjoyed Nunican thus far. I've been him, Nunican TV, and I will see you in the next song.
I've been Nunican with the Nunican Nighttime Network, and we hope to see you next time.